It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to happen. We all know they're not nearly as good as the Dallas Cowboys. We all know, like, there's no point even playing the game that the Bucs will win this game. Cowboys are only 2.5-point favorites despite having 4 more victories. And the Bucs, everything about them is bad on paper, on offense at least. Where they have the 25th best point differential in the entire NFL, 25th in points per game, 20th in offensive EPA. This is with the greatest player in league history as the trigger man. But they turned it on at the exact right time in week 17. I just say, like, the defense is still pretty good, basically top 10 adjacent in almost every EPA category, and almost every just straight up category. You don't even need to cite EPA. Really, really good run defense still. Pass defense stabilized. They had some injuries, but pretty solid overall defense. And, like, they've got the star power. They're a dangerous team. I mean, maybe I'm stuck in the past. I think the Bucs are still just a dangerous team.
Well, look, I think Brady has gotten to the point. I think we saw this against the Panthers 2 weeks ago, where he has said to his coaches, including Byron Leftwich, the offensive coordinator, enough. We're not doing this thing where we're going to establish it and we're not going to use play action unless we establish it, and we're going to run it on first down. We're going to run it on second down. We're not doing that anymore. We're going to do what got us to the Super Bowl 2 years ago and what nearly got us to the Super Bowl last year. Like, they're reverting back to what works, and they still have that personnel. I do like their chances. I hate it. They're going to get in. They're going to sneak into the playoffs in the worst division in history, and they're going to win at least 2 games.
I will say it will be a road game, even though it's in Tampa. That place will be taken over by Cowboys fans.
Well, there are no Bucs fans.
Come on. I mean, you didn't have to say it out loud, but
it's too nice. It's sunny. Ooh, who has time for football?
There are no Chargers fans, as we know. No offense.
Again,
almost as
LA is beautiful. Okay, it's too nice. You have to live in a miserable, cold, dirty East Coast or Midwest town to actually enjoy football and go out and support.
Man, come on, man. That's where I live.
I said East Coast or Midwest.
You did say. Okay, you did say
East Coast. The East Coast is unlivable for 7 months out of the year.
It's true. But with the Bucs, that's not just like noise. Like, during the Fox broadcast in week 17 where they were playing the Panthers, this is something the announcers kept bringing up, was that week in practice. Apparently Todd Bowles was even in agreement. Like, we're not doing the conservative stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And this was a narrative that they kept talking about the whole game. Like, this is what they were telling, like, the Fox booth. Like, they were going to come out, like, slinging it, basically. This was against a Panthers team that was missing J.C. Horn, and then for very mysterious reasons kept singling up Mike Evans, even though he kept just running right by their very bad corners. Literally just running right by C.J. Henderson. And I think someone named, like, Keith Taylor or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mike Evans maybe lost a step or two, but he was, in the true definition, he was like, all right, just go run by that guy, I guess. And he would, and they would throw to him, and he actually caught it, except for the first one, which he dropped.
Just to put some data behind it, the Bucs over the last 4 weeks of the regular season, before week 18, we're not going to count that. Week 14, 9% over their expected pass rate. Week 15, 5% over. The next week, 2% over, and then week 17 against Carolina, 10% over their expected pass rate. These are the numbers. This is the way that the 2020 Bucs and 2021 Bucs operated on offense. I think they're getting back to it. And against the Cowboys, who I believe just got picked apart by Sam Howell in his first start, I think Brady could go ballistic here.
Well, it's weird. The Cowboys have some weird stuff going on because, in theory, if you're the Bucs and you got, your banged up offensive line all year, like, this is not a team where you want to go back passing every snap, like, where that pass rush might just devour their offense alive. Right. But, like, Sam Howell picked them apart. Like you said, Gardner Minshew picked them apart.
Yes.
Josh Dobbs looked usable against them. Didn't Trevor Lawrence go kind of nuts against the Cowboys too? He did. They've really sprung some passing game vulnerabilities. Like, if they revert to their peak form this year, like, it's going to be actually bad news for Tom Brady. I feel like if he's dropping back 40 or 45 times, but But I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys defense. It has not been the same. I think Davis Mills had a good game against the Cowboys. Is this real?
It is real.
Yeah, okay,
it is actually real.
Yeah, okay. The Texans almost won that game, but Davis Mills didn't really go off. As you hear me clicking, going in box scores.
No, it is. I mean, it's worth pointing out. They have no one on the other side of Diggs.
No,
and with Evans and Godwin and whoever else, whether it's Russell Gage or Julio Jones. I know that Julio is not exactly, the dominant Julio, but he's out there, folks.
He's out there. He's made a few big plays. He's actually he's run by some dudes this year. I have seen him run by some dudes.
So you have Dallas is actually has given up the ninth highest dropback EPA since week 13. It's a problem, man, and that's why I have the Bucs ranked above the Cowboys.
It's a real deal. Like, we're trying to strip away all artifice, all bits, all irony. Who do you think is going to win the Cowboys-Bucs game?
Bucs.
I do think it's going to be the Bucs, and it's a shame. The Cowboys 1-53 are just a far better roster, but it does just seem like this is setting up for Cowboys hell. But what's going on with Dak Prescott, by the way, man?
He was truly miserable.
He's been atrocious several times down the stretch.
There seems to be like a complete lack of communication between him and pass catchers not named CeeDee Lamb. He seems to be on the same page with Lamb. Okay, so that's good.
Finally, it only took 3 years.
They have that going for him. Other than that, I mean, he's throwing it to spots where his players just watch it whistle by. Oh, there it goes. Didn't know, why are you throwing it there? I'm here. And then he starts with the typical quarterback pointing, hey, well, you're supposed to be there. And there's no, and then they talk it over. Well, we need to do this and they come out and they do the same thing. Yeah. Dak Prescott, before his pick six against Washington, almost threw a pick six on the same kind of pass.
Right. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.